Yo, D, I'm looking kinda dark. You might have to adjust my aperture or something. Turn my audio up too, man. You know I like to lounge back in my chair when I kick it. Feel like Arsenio, Bill Maher, Stephen A. Fucking them sway with the cameras. Then I go hard. True reporter got a story from the fucking start.
Man Cave for Cheddar. That original Hip Hop Paparazzi.
Let's give it up for T-Neal. Alright, let me give it up for T-Neal. Alright, they done stole the bell, no bell tonight. But yeah, it's Cheddar Man Cave. And we got the one and only T-Neal. First, I just wanna salute you and thank you for supporting me. Through all my ventures and endeavors. I just wanna thank you, man, for taking the time to just come and hang out with me this evening.
You know, why you saying that Cheddar was dope, man. Let me turn this down. But Cheddar, I just thought it was a dope concept, man. I thought that more people should have done that, you know. So I just thought it was a dope idea out the gate when you used to come to the conferences and interview people, and you had some crazy. I know you still got a whole bunch of crazy footage.
Yeah,
right?
I got all the masters.
Pictures.
I got every single master. Every single master. We're going to post them up tonight, so we're going to get into some of that tonight. So we got all the masters. I got stuff on you probably forgot about.
I probably did.
Yes,
I probably did. You know, but yeah, man. I always thought it was a dope idea, man.
Thank you.
And I'm always, well, you know, at that time I was always supporting something new because we were new, you know. And so I would always want anything that was coming along with us, you, Ozone, anything that was coming up with us. You know, I would support it. You know what I'm saying? Bigger with the Real Nigga Radio. Everything that we was doing was all new to the industry, you know? And that was before World Star, before any of the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Yeah, so you gotta thank me. I thank you for being there.
But you've been keeping it 100. I'm saying beyond that, we like 15 years later. Yeah. We can sit there, I can pick up phone, call T-Neal. He gonna pick up, he gonna holler back. You know, what's up, my brother?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, but just for keeping it 100. You know, you don't get that, not just in this industry, but you don't get that in general. So thank you, my brother. Thank you. So speaking of the core, how did you get into that? What was your idea? You know, let me know what the core is. You know, I kind of got to back the idea, but how?
I know you want to say it for this show.
You know, how'd you get into the core?
The whole thing with the core was I just wanted a one-stop shop.
Well, what is the core? You know, a lot of people don't even.
Core DJs is a collaboration of DJs and industry people, the best of the industry people at the time. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted a one-stop shop where everybody could just go and didn't have to go outside the circle. We had industry people at the time. We had artists involved, DJs, of course. You know, the hub of the whole situation. Models. I just wanted everybody to have a place where they could just one-stop. You know what? Let me call Tony with the core and see what we got. We can get this video shot with this model. We can get this DJ to get behind our music. I need an A&R. I need a label rep. I need a publicist. That's what it was about. We need a person to do artwork, you know, flyers, you know, shit like that, mixtape covers. We just had everything in-house. I just wanted something like that. So that was the whole concept of it. You know, I came out of a situation with the technicians, and it wasn't like that. He said that he wanted it to be like that, but it wasn't like that.
So how many years has it been now since you've been doing the core?
12 now.
12 years?
Yeah.
And how many cities have you done?
With the conferences?
How many events total?
28.
28.
Yeah, this is 28. Phoenix is 28.
Yeah. And how many DJs?
Oh, man. Now, I cut down, but it's going back up. So I cut down. So I'm going to say close to 500.
Yeah, okay. Why'd you cut back?
I cut back because, you know, after a while, people grow. People got different things they do. People go different directions. You know, and that's it. You know, that's it. You know, but other than that, you know, I don't want to hold on to somebody because they my guy. If you're not productive, it's time to go. You know, if you're not productive for yourself, not only for yourself but for the whole situation, it's time to go. You know, and no part. You know, if you're not my guy after you leave here, then you was never that. You know, it was never the case. You know what I'm saying? Like we can still work together. You ain't got to be in the core for us to work together. You know, so some people get offended, but if you're not here for the whole movement and you're not even doing nothing for yourself, then there's no reason for you to be here. So a lot of that took place. A lot of miscommunications. You know, just a lot of, you know, as businesses grow, you know, and they downsize. And if you run a legitimate business, you do understand that you have to downsize. And so that's what happened. But now with the insurgence of the new DJs, and you know, it's just building back up. You know what I'm saying? People that got their own movements want to, like I said in the beginning, they want to collab together, and you know, that's how we ended up at Phoenix. You know, they had a whole big untouched market of people out there that's doing hip hop and stuff, and the 2 DJs that we put in the core out there just alone, that's like 60% of what's going on out there. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
that's how we ended up there.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So at what point did you realize, you know, you had the power to break a record? Because it's not just about, you know, you had to be someone who, you know, other DJs would say, okay, you know, let me embrace this brother. Let me kind of do what he was doing, you know, see what he's on, because you were evidently doing something with some music, correct?
Yeah. You know.
So was it a record? Was it an album? Like, when did you know, like, damn, like, I can do something with these records. I can. You know what?
I want to say in my market with some of the local records that I was doing, I wanted to see if I could do the same thing nationally, and that went for models too. Like with Buffy, I wanted to see if I could do the same thing and break a model.
So you broke model? You broke Buffy, rather?
Oh, absolutely.
Shouts out Wisdom Bell. Shouts out to G. Hey, Buffy the body, yeah.
I would hate for somebody to say anything different.
Yeah, I remember a party. I remember a couple of parties we threw, but bringing models and shit. You know, Pebbles the model. You know, shouts out to Pedal Models. Free Pebbles the model,
Free
man.
Pebbles now,
yeah, right? But you know, you always
that kind of thing though. Like she wasn't doing none of that until we started working with her. And I knew people was gonna trip off when they seen her ass and all that shit, but she wasn't doing none of that until I put that out there. You understand? So it was always a thing that I want to help people be what they had already in them. Not something to not put in them. They already had it. I just want to put the battery in it back. That's what we do with the core. Like DJs that you don't know, put the battery in it back. Boom. You know, they already got it in them. A lot of people already got that in them, you know, to be successful. Sometimes you just got to lead them to it. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it was.
So was there any record that you broke that you knew, like any one particular record in your mind you could remember saying, damn, I got this record?
Before the core or after?
Oh, before, no, just as a DJ, like when you knew, like, yo, I could break a record, like as a DJ, Tony Neal, like nothing to do with the core, just Tony Neal the DJ, like you took a record and you had people listen to it.
Damn, it's a lot of them, though.
But what was the first one? I know there's a lot of them because we're going to talk about that. I've been in that basement, you know, in Milwaukee. A lot of records in there. A lot of records. So I know there's a lot of them.
I had to say I took an old record. Oh, Too Much Booty in the Pants by Soundmaster T. It was a bass record. That one. And it was from Chicago.
Okay.
But I just wanted to see if I can get it to work nationally.
Yeah.
And I got it in my record pool. I think that's one that comes to mind.
What about your favorite record that you broke? That you know, like, yeah, this is
one of my favorites that I did was, but that had to be going into the core. I probably had to say Young Jock, man.
Yeah,
it's going down.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And I had to say that one. I had to say Ain't I? T.I. Ain't I? Yeah, I had to say that one. That's a few.
So what
man.
year was this? This is what? Oh man, 2004, maybe 5.
Ain't I and all that stuff like that? Yeah. No. That shit was like. Ain't I?
Oh, 02. 08, yeah. 08. Okay. That was I'm off a little bit. Excuse me.
That was a big time for records around that time. 08, 09. That was like when I can remember when. I remember when Rock City came out.
Okay.
Like all that, I remember all that. The whole thing with Convict, Money Man. Well, now he Money Man. It was J Money first, then it was the Money J, then the Money J, aka Money Man. Now he Money Man. But he never quit. Everything that he gets right now, he deserve it. You know, certain artists, like, you know, he deserve it because he never quit. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of art. Ross. Everything he gets now and he deserve it. You know, some people just got it right away because of the internet and all that, but some people got it because they deserve
work
it.
ethic.
Heck yeah. Like Cardi B. She got it because she deserved it. You can hate on her if you want to, but she she went head in with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
you gotta respect
me and Shav having conversations about her just in the hotel room, sending out her mixtape. People laughing at me by sending out that mixtape. Yeah, man. Yeah.
So explain that how that happened. You got the Cardi B mixtape.
And my boy asked me to send it out. Her manager, when she signed the label, KSR, the label.
Mm-hmm.
And this before she went to Atlantic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so. You said that my DJs were laughing like, you really on that? You really think she does that? I said, yeah, she's gonna be a problem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She's gonna be a problem. And
so
it's her personality.
So how do you know? When do you know? You come
watching them. It's watching her the whole time on the internet. She's all the way out before she even did Love and Hip Hop. She was already almost at 1 million something people.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't think she would do something with that? You know what I'm saying? Like she did the show. Did the show, got off the show, did one show. Got off of it and went head in with her music career. I think that was the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. For some people they want to stay on the show and that's all they want to do. Mm-hmm. For some people like her, K. Michelle and others, to get in there, dip out, dip in, dip out. Mm-hmm. Do your music stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Do what you use the platform for. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. So why do most artists fail?
I don't know if they fail. I think they just stop. And if you're around a bunch of people that's not in it like you, that can cause problems depending on if they talking about nonsense, gossip. If you're around somebody, Al, that's not learning the business with you, just trying to hang around for the friends, the benefits and stuff that's there, then that's already a problem. Who you see me with?
Most time I see you by yourself, but
exactly
if you working, you with
my DJs, but now most like personally, I don't be with no dude like I don't come from that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, most thorough people can usually move by themselves.
I don't come from that.
They just kind of they got to move. So
I'm gonna tell you something, man.
They kind of handle their business. When I say thorough, I mean thorough as businessmen because they really on top of their game.
But I'm gonna tell you, man, like I really appreciate people for what they did with the Core, being with the Core. Like, we didn't just do that. Like, it took people like you. It took people like Julia Beverly. It took people like that was around us, our circle. Mm-hmm. People that put the spotlight on what we were doing. You know what I'm saying? And that in turn led to artists and different people. I just don't deal with a lot of people no more like that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them turn out being different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, as you get older and you've been burned a few times and you've been, you just have a bigger, more guard up. You have to be guarded and then you have more to lose too now.
Oh yeah.
So with more to lose,
but I'm gonna tell you,
you have to protect yourself.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, like I started speaking of protecting yourself. I kind of had to. I started doing more stuff for myself now as of late. In the last couple of years.
So how many stations you on, man? I know you are. I guess you all over. You all over.
Well,
you syndicated, correct?
DJing.
Okay.
That was the thing that that was always the thing with the Core. Like I'm a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like it's funny when I don't. Fuck that. Yeah, fuck that. I don't like when dudes is not DJs start DJ crews. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? How can you tell somebody what to do?
Yeah, if you don't know the craft, you can't be a leader of the industry if you don't know the craft.
So from years of me sitting around watching and admiring people, like shit enough, and people were like Scratch, these people, man, are young legends. You know what I'm saying? Still young legends. Flex, Clue. I mean, just watching the different people from back here and in Milwaukee, just watching people, watching people how they run their business, watching people how they Khaled. You see, I seen them do that. You feel me?
When you say you seen what
did you? The whole shit from the underground station
to the moves.
Yeah, hell yeah. He deserved it.
I remember you telling me stories back when like the U-Haul trucks and stuff.
Come on, man.
He deserved. No, that was he part of the U-Haul truck too?
That was Uncle Al. Like Khaled was a part of the
Could you explain to them what the U-Haul truck?
Oh yeah. Khaled
Hold on, because I know y'all want to know what the U-Haul truck is, right?
But Khaled was a part of the whole underground radio scene.
Okay.
Like 96 and all that stuff like that when he came here. I had got here young and I was an intern for Luke in Miami. And it wasn't like Khaled and all of them. It was Thrown Sam and Gypsy and Ali and all them DJs when I got here. But as I progressed and was going back and forth to Milwaukee, I came back in 2099, 2098, shit like that. And you saw Uncle Al. We got close. Okay. And, you know, I'd be at his crib.
Who's Uncle Al?
Uncle Al is that's like the legendary. You say Uncle Al in Miami or anywhere in South Florida, you know, Uncle Al is like a legendary DJ. He got killed, you know, around the time.
R.I.P. Rest in peace.
It was the day before Katrina.
Al.
You know, so.
Was it in New Orleans?
Yeah, you know, here.
Oh, out here in Miami.
Here in Miami. So, but what you talking about when I told you before about the U-Haul trucks?
U-Haul trucks, yeah.
Man, it was okay. The U-Haul truck was what you had to transport. At the time, they was big, like boxes, throw all your stuff in, and had an underground radio station. So Al used to have his U-Haul truck parked on the side of the house. Like, what you doing? Shit, when they come try to steal my shit, throw this shit in that motherfucker, hit it. I get my people let me know that they coming. You had to live like that with underground shit.
So y'all would just move the station at any time.
He could pack that shit up, get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Big tower and shit. But now this shit is so, it's like smaller. You can have that fucking shit somewhere else and be right here.
So the underground station, that was that where you really got your start?
No. I got my start in the clubs, man.
Yeah.
And I never did high school parties or none of that because I was in the street, so I got access to a lot of the older people. Now I got my getting out of gangs and shit is what I started DJing. I got out the street.
So what made you go from Milwaukee to Miami? What made you make that transition?
Luke told me I should come to Miami because he heard me DJing. It was a party and the promoter didn't promote it right. In Milwaukee, and I was DJing, opening for the main DJ, which was Darren D, downtown Milwaukee, and Luke, Two Live Crew was there. And Luke came to the DJ. People said, "You should come to Milwaukee. You should come to Miami. You jamming." I said, "Yeah."
You gotta tell me
and that's what happened.
Yeah.
And I jumped on the Greyhound 2 weeks later, and I didn't know the difference between South Beach, West Palm. I thought all this shit was Miami. Everything for me getting here, I thought everything was Miami. Shit, I learned it wasn't. Everything ain't Miami, but still, like, but yeah, that's how I got here. Hooked up with some chickens, end up living here. Back and forth, broke up with her, went back home, came back. You know, it was just a whole bunch of be out here 6, 7, 8 months at a time. Boom, go back to the crib, come back. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
were you at that point? Were you breaking artists in Milwaukee and Miami and Miami?
Well, you know, at that time I was big in the clubs. You know, I was doing radio. I didn't start doing radio in Milwaukee till like 90. I want to say I got on radio on accident in Milwaukee because 94 because of a Christmas party that somebody didn't show up to, and they asked me to come in there, and then when I DJ'd. Tony Fields was the program director at the time. He said, "I need you to come to the station tomorrow." You know what I'm saying? I never did radio before, but shit, I always was good at picking music. You know, I'm not as good as I wasn't as good as I am now, but I was good. You know, and I always had an ear for old school music. My family all been in radio forever, so I would listen to them, but I never wanted to do it. I played around with it at the skating rink when I was DJing and messing around. I learned how to work the 12s at the skating rink. And I stole my uncle's equipment, his extra equipment, and started doing parties on my own to try to hustle up money. This? Yeah, I was
90s, what, 90s?
Yeah, this was like when I started doing that. Yeah, probably about.
So if you say from the 90s and we fast forward to today, 2017, had there been any like, you know, now you're like, you're not just regular Tony Neal. You know, people know how you got fans. Has there ever been any awkward, you know, fan situations that you were like, whoa, this is an awkward moment?
Nah.
You know, find yourself in like,
you know what? Nah, not really. A couple of crazy chicks, but nah, because of most people that knew me.
So what's a couple of crazy chicks? Explain what's.
Well, let me just get most people that knew me. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't be no awkward shit like.
No, that's the person who don't know you. They just a fan. They know you breaking records.
Nah, we ain't never been no shit like that. Shit.
No.
It had to be like, some shit that I was. Somebody I was fucking with or something, and they got in their feelings or some shit like that. But it was never no shit like, crazy. Give me an autograph. Just stalking you all. There was never no shit like that.
Okay.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah, I never had no shit like that. No crazy shit. Not me. You know what I'm saying? So
I you know what? I knew like, I came to a core event, and Diddy was there.
Right.
And when Diddy got, had the mic and he got on stage and he was just like, yo, this motherfucker right here be breaking records.
Yeah.
When he co-signed it, that's when I knew. Like I already seen it but I seen it from down south artists. You know what I mean? Midwest artists.
Right.
So to see, Diddy. Come on, man. When you say hip hop in New York, he is hip hop in New York. To have someone from New York with that much power co-sign you like that, I knew you was the truth.
Diddy,
I knew you was the truth. I'm
gonna say this about Diddy, bro. Diddy, out of anybody that big, had to be one of the realest cats that ever fuck with us. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say that sincerely, because nobody took the time out. He called me. I'm sponsoring the conference, nigga. What's up? Like he was saying like that. I asked like, all right, what you want to do? Like, right. I'm gonna set up the Ciroc, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? He was like that. Like since the day him and Sean Prez brought that Ciroc to me, that was 2006. You know what I'm saying? That was the beginning of that shit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And we had that shit right down here at the Marlin in little bags and little DJ bags. Big ass fucking bottles and water bottles look like this. You know what I'm saying? With the sticker on the Ciroc bottles, And that was the introduction right there. That was the introduction of Ciroc. Mm-hmm. Right down the street right there. You know what I'm saying? So from number 6 on to like number 13, 14, he was with us. Mm-hmm. He stamped it. He stamped the core legitimately. Mm-hmm. As a force.
Let's shoot to that right now. I got that. We're going to pull it up.
Hey, it's Tony Neal. We want to thank you for having us. We want to thank you. You in my eyes, you're a true hustler. I think you can tell a lot about a person about their Twitter timeline. And if you go to Tony Neal's timeline, he's very passionate about this industry. He loves the Core DJs. He loves it. He supports y'all. He's behind y'all. And as I said before, he didn't ask me to do this. I asked him if I could do this because I fuck with y'all and I know the importance of the DJ. And I want to tell y'all, keep doing your thing. Hey, yo, all y'all out there that got dreams that you want to achieve, check this out. That shit ain't going to come true unless you're ready to buckle down and get busy and motherfucking read some fucking books, ask some fucking questions, work harder and longer than the next motherfucker till your eyes feel like they're gonna burn and pop the fuck out. Put your ego in your pocket, get some fucking cheesecake for yourself. You ain't gotta get it for me. You know what I'm saying? But don't put your ego in the way of your family. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid to ask some questions and learn and never stop believing. I don't give a fuck how dark it gets out that motherfucker. You can do it. If I can do it, trust me, you can do it. I want to thank y'all for fucking with your boy.
Man Cave for Cheddar. That original Hip Hop Paparazzi.
Tony Neal. Cheddar Man Cave, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I usually get the his other shows he got the bell for everybody else. I didn't get the bell.
Yeah, I usually got the bell. They stole the bell. Someone stole the bell. They hating on us, man. I'm about to go get a new bell tomorrow. I'm gonna get all 14, 18, 24 karat gold one, man. I swear to you, I'm going to get a new bell.
You'll get a new bell?
I'm gonna get it all gold, everything. Yes. So I remember one time being in Milwaukee and I was like late for a flight or I missed my flight or something. And at this time, you had a crib out by the airport. It was a real nice crib too. It was a real nice crib. It came over, it kicked it. And I remember going in the basement. You had a gang of records in
my
there.
records. Yeah.
All your records. You know, you could just see like, yo, you could just see you was just an art. You know, like you was a fan of the art. You know, as far as art of DJing.
For sure.
But at that time, you had just got a phone call. You remember that?
Which one? What was it? What was it?
It was a phone call from Def Jam.
Oh yeah. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
The crazy shit? Yeah, man.
Yeah. Can we shed some light on that phone call? Was that like off the record?
Because I really don't know how that came about.
So what did they call you? Who called you, and what was and what did they say?
I don't know about being an A&R at Def Jam, but I don't know how that came about. I got the conversation from them, but then they flipped the shit and tried to turn it into some old I'm trying to take Khaled's job kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? It was some crazy, like a whole bunch of stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but that never went nowhere. Obviously, that never went nowhere. But yeah,
so it was an offer, but the offer was pulled. I never wanted to talk about it. But I was like, I was saying it. You know, you need to hear a lot of rumors and shit. So you hear a lot of shit. So I'm like, when we kind of talked about it, you was like, yo, I got the call, but I don't know how. And you said the same thing at the time. Like, I don't even. You was kind of
dog. I didn't know where that came from.
You didn't know, but you was like, they called.
I don't know where that shit came from. You know what I'm saying? For them to even. So I'm honored about the suggestion, but I didn't want to be on some bait shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to use it to, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if it's gonna be authentic, let it be authentic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but
would you take a job like that? A&R?
Yeah, A&R job. Yeah. Of course.
I know you did some A&R for a little bit with
Akon.
With Akon, yes.
Yeah, that was dope. That was my first experience really. Yeah. Hands-on with artists like Khan, you know, with Kobe Adonis, with Cardinal, you know, that was an idea, you know. The Cardi thing was a record that Khan already had, you know, and it was my suggestion to like, yo, like, nigga, let him use that record. You're not using it. Let him this rapper take the verses off. You just keep the hook and boy, that shit turned into Dangerous, you know. But it was just speaking shit into
what song is this, Dangerous?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
okay. So that was you kind of behind that.
We was all at Hit Factory in New York. And I just sit on the computer and I just said it, you know, like it's shit, you know what I'm saying?
And it worked out.
Shit, you know, it's a funny thing. I also suggested a long time ago for Rock City to do pop. You weren't trying to hear that, you know. Not for me. You know, I don't know if they, you know, you know what I'm saying? I'm just a DJ, you know what I'm saying? Like, but Khan knew, he's another person, Diddy and Akon. Khan knew my ear for music, you know what I'm saying? He knew that. But Khan be all over the place. His hands everywhere. Over here, this deal in Africa, this
extremely busy.
Yeah, he be all over. But he knew.
Salute to Akon. Let me tip my salute. Akon, man. He's just a good brother.
But he knew my ear. For him to even suggest something like that, we were on the phone. He called me how I got there on late night at the crib in Milwaukee on the computer. One of my times back at home, my mother was sick, and back at home, and he was like, I want to send you these records. Tell me what you think. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna play it right now. So he played one Kobe Adonis. He played the record. Played the next one. I said, dog, that should be the single right there. That shit was a hit. He said, yeah, you think so? I said, yeah, that one. That's the one he put out. He said, nigga, you need to be an A&R. I said, well, let's make it happen. Shit, he made that shit happen. Like, you know, I ain't know the fucking first thing about really being an A&R. I was just going off.
Yeah.
Khan was like, you should be an A&R. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I was like, all right. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, you know, I'm going to tell you, look, I do appreciate a lot of the things that people did in my coming up, you know what I'm saying? For me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if people think that some people think I'm kind of abrasive, you know what I'm saying? Or hard to talk to. It's just that I don't tolerate nonsense. But I do, but I am appreciative when people do stuff for or me or for my brand. You know, like help me get a key to Dallas. I don't live in Dallas, you know what I'm saying? A certificate for South Carolina. I don't live in South Carolina, but they see what bringing something that big like the Core DJ conference to Myrtle Beach. You know, the governor came and gave me this. You know, you know what I'm saying. Have my people in my own city.
So I filmed a lot of your events. What was your favorite episode?
When I got the key at home.
Did you get the key at home?
Yeah. Hell yeah. That was one. Oh yeah. When we at Blackstreet, when I got Guy and Blackstreet back together in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, that was one. Yeah, that was a nice one.
That nice one right there.
That was a nice one. That was a nice event because that had the award show. That
was
a nice
how hard that shit was.
That award show was dope.
But on behind the scenes, you know how hard that shit was.
You came to my award show, so I know what an award show is.
But they never really got that shit.
Extremely difficult.
Hey, but they never really got back together.
Oh, you talking about Guy after that?
Like Guy did.
But okay, who you say?
I'm talking about with Chauncey and Teddy. Mm-hmm. That right there was the only time I got all of them. Even with Dave, I called Dave and asked him to do a favor, come out of church for me. Like that right there, that situation is what got them back together to even do anything. Dave was in church.
So Guy has since then they haven't been together.
Oh, they together.
They're together, and that was their uniting of them being together.
I'm talking about all the originals.
Was from that core.
All the originals from Blackstreet, all the originals from with Teddy, Guy.
I remember I remember the room. I remember the media room.
Yo, like that right there, that hasn't been pulled off no more since then.
Oh, since nothing.
Nah, because they got Blackstreet over there, and then Teddy got his version of Blackstreet over here, and Dave with Teddy. You know what I'm saying? And Chauncey and them all over there, and Guy is back together, you know what I'm saying? But having just all of them, the originals of all of them, that was fucking crazy, man.
It was cold.
That was crazy. And that was just off conversation, man. They didn't have no record coming out. They just did that because they believed in what I was talking about.
Yeah.
You know
you
what I'm saying?
Want me to pull the Photoshop? Because I got it. I got the masters.
You want me to pull the masters? I got the masters. You want me to pull them up? I know you got it. I got the masters, man. I can pull it up. I can show y'all.
Yeah. Man Cave for Cheddar. That original Hip Hop Paparazzi.
Yeah, come on, man. We went down there. NST, we were just talking about it. Me, Markel, and Chauncey. Oh, yeah. Cool. Y'all had to beat y'all. We had fun. Oh, it was crazy, bro. Until our dudes. What's up, man? What's going on? Hi, boss. Those dudes, those are our dudes. Yeah. Oh, they brought studio.
Bring up the bridge. Wow. When they had a cherry red 190.
Yes.
Yeah. Small world. Okay. Yeah.
You do shadows and all that, man. All of that.
It was a problem then, boy.
I had shadows on a Monday and still packed. We had shadows on a Monday.
I know you've been in the music business for so long, especially right now in hip hop. We see the breakup of Damon Dash, Jay-Z, the breakup of Cameron, Jim Jones, and it seems like that will never be structured again. Is this something you could tell these I wouldn't say up and coming artists because they've been here for a while, what they can do to maintain and and keep that and continue to make great music 10, 15 years later?
All I can say is we could do business like real business people. And that is know your paperwork, know what you're getting into before you go forward in your career. I think that people, the reason why there's what you would call breakups is because of bad contracts and money. You know what I'm saying? And I think because of the situation that was at hand, we had to do what we had to do because we were stuck in a contract that really had us, even though we did the breakup with Gene Griffin, it still wasn't a breakup because he was still getting paid off of us. So we had to really totally break that up so he can do his thing and make his money. I do my thing, made my money that he didn't make any money off of. And we were happy after that. Now, we're independent. So we can go and make a lot of money now. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going to make us even happier. And then we're going to go off and, into the sunset and continue making great music. And that's the problem with, to answer your question, with all of those guys who you mentioned, it's money. You know what I'm saying? The root of all evil and bad contracts.
So if they get into making good music, we won't have to worry about
They
that.
made good music.
But they just worry about making
Good
music.
It was about the money. If they got good music, because we had good music. It was about the situation with someone becoming the fourth member of Guy that you've never seen. You know what I'm saying? A lot of groups going through that, and they've gone through it.
And the thing is that the reason why they break up is because they forget how hungry they was when they was trying to get that money. You feel what I'm saying? They trying to get the paper, everybody loving each other. Cameron, Jim Jones, Jay-Z, Dash, they was all tight. You feel me? But when you going after that money and you forget about the friendship and how much y'all love each other before y'all got that paper, that's why God would never break up. Because we real family, you feel what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna touch Teddy or Damien with me there, you feel what I'm saying? And Jim Jones and them, you know, they were just making a whole lot of money real quick. And they just forgot about how much they loved each other before the paper came.
I like for the younger DJs. I'm glad you got all that stuff because I like for the younger DJs or the DJs that weren't in the core at the time to see how that worked out, man. It was all off relationships, man. It wasn't no promising playing this record and promising this. It was really all off of relationships. Really a lot of the stuff that we did, man. And we got back to that now, you know what I'm saying? But really, it was all off relationships, man.
So on another note, there's a lot of models at the Core DJ events.
Yeah.
A lot of pretty models. You know, like, have you ever found yourself in a position like where you had to pay for sex?
Hell no.
No.
I'm not from that. My family, we not from that.
So it ain't triggering if you got it?
My pops now, we not from that kind of shit.
Is it, I'm saying that if it ain't triggering if you got it, or?
It ain't triggering if somebody else got it. Like, we ain't from that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, my family, you know, I got a different kind of family, so we ain't, you know, my pops and my mother, like, we wasn't, nah, you know what I'm saying? Nah, hell no. Yeah. Not at all, bro.
So, like, them events could be, you know, the bottles, DJs, you know, you get caught out there, you know, you get caught out there and go, you get caught out there and go raw, anything like that. I'm going to say this with
the girls, they wasn't like that on that shit either. Like,
no.
Models. Like, I'm talking about, like, we go to them goddamn strip clubs.
But y'all get to a city, exactly, and y'all have a strip club. I think I've done a strip club event.
Events, like,
yeah,
niggas
I done a strip club event at the Core. We did Queen of Diamond, and DJs come out and they party.
Y'all do that. Nigga, I ain't paying for no pussy though, nigga. You gotta be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, so that ain't happen. That don't happen with me, bro. So, you know, but nah, like my family, like we ain't from that. You know, even if I wasn't in no relationship with no wife or none, nigga, we ain't from that.
I can respect that. I can definitely respect
that. Bro, like I be looking at bitch like, for real? Like, so that ain't happening. You know what I'm saying? And I say that gracefully, a bitch like that, because when she started talking like that to me, that gives me the leeway. Bitch, what you say? You know what I'm saying? Other than that, nah, I ain't never had no situation.
You ever get caught in a situation when you went raw and wasn't expecting it?
Raw and not expecting
and
it?
Like woke up the next morning like, what did I?
Fuck no. I don't drink or smoke, so I'm aware.
Yeah.
If some shit happened, I went raw. It's because I went raw because it was me.
You chose that. No accidents.
Yeah, no shit like that. No accident.
You don't get drunk and get fucked. Never.
Nah, fuck no, man.
Did you never drink back in the day?
Nah.
No.
Wow. No, you know what, man? And I don't. You know.
See, and you know what?
A lot of people laugh at me.
I say one thing. One thing I did when I first met Tony, one thing I used to be like, because I'm an avid weed smoker. And out of respect for T right now, I'm just not gonna smoke weed. Just out of respect for my mother.
My family's Jamaican. Cut it out.
Yeah, but you just he like he said, out of respect. When you come to an event, if you light a blunt, he'll look at you and he'll let it be known, like, yo, what are you doing smoking around?
Nah, you know what?
So out of respect, but that's how you carry yourself. So I respect it because it's your event, and that's how I carry myself.
That shit is over. These niggas took that. Fuck what you talking about, Tom. I'm rolling up, nigga. These niggas don't care what the fuck I'm saying no more, man. So my boy DJ Cube was there right here. Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying, though, nigga, but you know what I'm saying? They don't give a fuck about that. So the weed shit is so fucking in demand now. Like, even when we started, it wasn't no, like, you had to search for it. Like, who got it? You know what I'm saying? Now, with all these damn, it's legal in this city and legal in this city, and he traveling with it. It's out of control.
It is what it is.
It's out of control.
It's part of the
absolutely, man. So I was like, whatever, nigga. Whatever. Just don't do the shit right out. It's right up in the showcase. You know what I'm saying? But whatever, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Oh, man. We live at the Mid Cave. We got Tony Neal tonight. What up, T?
Yeah.
We got anybody calling in? They ask any questions? I see he's going Facebook Live tonight. Our first Facebook Live on the Cheddar Man Cave.
Hey, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Go to his page, man. Cheddar Podcast, so you can watch this over again.
Check out more episodes on Cheddar Man Cave.
Show my boy some love too. Give him some likes and hearts.
Check us out.
You're watching, man. Like, show him some love, man, and go to his page, man.
Check out the Smokey Suarez interview, man. Ed OG.
Yeah.
You know, so there's Cheddar Live, Cheddar Man Cave on YouTube, please.
Cheddar TV.
Cheddar TV. Yes, yes.
I need to be like interviewing you. Shit.
Yeah, you did.
Hey,
that
yo,
before.
you remember I did that to you?
He grabbed a mic.
I took his microphone to interview him. Like, you need to be interviewing you.
Yeah, you've done that.
Yeah, you got a lot of history, bro. You got a lot of things. Like I asked you, you asked me about my favorite record to break. What was your favorite artist and DJ to interview?
I would say my favorite artist really would be like just Bun B, because he's just such a gentleman.
Right.
He was such like I got to a point where I just didn't want to deal with rappers just because, it was just a headache. There were certain things I just didn't want to deal with in life. I just didn't have time for. I just didn't, you know what I mean? Just like you say, you're a serious businessman. As a serious businessman, there's some things I just couldn't tolerate. Bun was just the ultimate gentleman, the ultimate man, the ultimate rapper. Like, he just, like, he is everything a rapper should want to be. You know what I mean? And like, and then the access he gave me. He was just so open. This is when before Pimp C came home, and he would just, he opened the doors and just, come on in, chat, and just show me love. Treated Houston like, like I would just open doors. So I would say Bun B, definitely one of my favorites.
DJ.
Favorite DJ? I would have to say access would be Tony Neal. Tony Neal's always giving me access.
Besides me, take it off me. Besides who? Like the most productive interview that you had with a DJ.
I would say probably Chubby Chub.
Yeah.
DJ Chubby Chub.
Yeah,
definitely.
Chubb gonna lay it out too. Chubb gonna tell the truth too.
Yeah, he gonna give it to you.
He's
watch Chubby Chub on Cheddar Man Cave.
Yeah,
he's on there. Man. He tells a story about himself and how he was driving with Jay-Z and crashed the car. And Dame gets out screaming on him, and he almost killed everybody on the way to DC to do Rap City. So he explains the story. So it's a great episode. Check it out on Cheddar Man Cave.
That shit happened for real?
For real. For real. 5 a.m, he's driving from Brooklyn, from the Bronx, I guess wherever he was at, to DC in a caravan. He's driving, and he hits the curb. He falls asleep behind the wheel.
Oh shit!
Everybody else is sleeping. Hits the guardrail. You know what I mean?
Oh shit!
Everybody, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
So yeah, watch it. He'll tell the story definitely.
Man. So yeah, man.
But yeah, Chubb. I guess that's about it. Porn stars. You used to
interview a lot of them.
Yeah, the porn stars were that's why I made my transition. 'Cause I think the one thing about Cheddar that I never wanted to do was I hated when people glamify guns. So I was made a really cautious decision, like not to show guns. Like I really wanted to be about business and money.
Right.
But then once I introduced a woman, I was like, the response I got, I was like, man, sex sells.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? So I think I always went into it. What people don't realize is I always went into it where I work with a woman. I never want to see her actually being a porn star if she's a porn star. If she's whatever she was doing, I was usually trying to point in a different direction. With Pinky, I got her in the studio. It was like, yo, you just run around. I'm
I remember that.
You rapping like, yo, why don't you just go in the studio?
Yeah, at the conference.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. I remember that.
So that was kind of me to say, yo, let's get in the studio.
But you see how that happened?
Yeah.
Look at Cardi. Like you see, like.
Mm-hmm. And she could have took that same, and there was things I was telling her, do reality, but at this time, people ain't seeing what you seeing.
Yeah.
So it's hard to, you know what I mean? And she still, we still kick it from time to time, but
you know my favorite person to work with like that on that side was Delicious.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't take social media well
mm-hmm.
when it first came out, like media takeout and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But she got adjusted.
Mm-hmm.
But she took criticism, and once she got to know me,
mm-hmm.
like she real sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So once she got to know me, she took advice real well. You know what I'm saying?
But that's hard for people in general, not just models, artists. That's hard for little brothers and older sisters, like anybody. For you to listen to. Sometimes people they just don't want to. You know, they want to do it their way. So you kind of let them go their way. You know, and that's how it rolls, man. But we here, man, tonight with the Cheddar Man Cave, man. Thanks for coming, T. I don't know if it's something we ain't touch on. Please let them know. Please give them some shout outs. How can they find you or something?
Just everybody hit me on all my social media, man. I am Tony Neal on Facebook, on Instagram, DJ Tony Neal on Facebook. Everything else is I am Tony Neal.
We got a question from the back. We got a question.
What's your favorite Cheddar DVD?
Oh man, what's the one we had at Ozone? What's the one where everybody was at?
Did the Ozone Awards?
Yeah.
You like that with Double D?
That was a lot going on at that
Ozone Awards, yeah.
There was a lot going on at that one. So
that Ozone Awards is special.
The one
that was right here in South Beach.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Shout out to South Beach.
And then the one at our conference that you had with Akon and everybody and all that was there. That one. Okay. Yeah, that one right there. Yeah. Let me see. Damn, there's a lot of them, man. I can think of. Shit, Houston was a good one too.
Yeah, we just
that's when we had Mike Jones and all them there. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a dope one.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we gonna get out of here. We gonna shoot to one of these classic throwbacks. Thanks, T Neal, for coming through.
Cheddar, we on South Beach. This ain't no motherfucking weekend shit right here. It's every day how we do this shit. Every day. Yeah, man, I'm with Cheddar, man. Double D, y'all stand down in Miami, man. Just putting these things over here to the car wash, showing them how we doing it right here at the Ozone Awards, you know. Come down here and shut this South Beach down. Y'all holler at Double D's, man. Cheddar, you gotta put this on, man. For you niggas that limo, man, this is how we smoke down, you understand? Smoking the best of purple, man. The whole judge foggy clogging, man. See that you can't even see nothing but them rocks and shit, man. It's a laser show going on. Man, double dizzle, man. Diamonds and dollars. Y'all talking about? Yeah, diamonds and dollars, that's what that stand for, man. Yeah, double D. Yeah, they already know it, man. No favors, man. That's what it's really about. No favors, man. That's that Ferrari, man. 2005, 360 Modena, man.
Yeah. And what it do? What it do on the dash, man?
Got 220 on the dash, you understand? I ain't paid for $210,000 for it. Yeah, but I don't owe nothing.
Goddamn it, ain't no Mountain Dew.
See how that motherfucking dog that shit is. Mountain Dew ain't starting no new color. That's that purple stuff, man. It's a down south thing.
All night.
It's a down south thing, man. You understand? They say you lose 15,000 when you smoking a Ferrari, right? I just lost that. Y'all see that shit and watch this here. That solitary man in that motherfucker, man, is not treated, man. Yeah, this the real one here, Jack. You know what I'm talking about, man? And I really got this shit popping, man.
Tell them who did your jury.
And ain't, you know it's Johnny for the money.
Yeah,
Johnny for the money.
Mr. King Johnny.
But let me let you know about every one of these diamonds, man. Each one of them got papers to them. Each single stone. I got papers stacked this high.
So the diamonds sort of
just
like
got
you.
my diamonds.
So your diamonds sort of like you.
You know my clarity and my EGLs and shit, man. When nigga get ready to get rid of this shit, y'all stand in a motherfucking hard plate, he'll be able to take his papers with it. Let him know it ain't just no backyard boogie in the jewelry game.
You did.
How much jewelry you got on? How much your jewelry?
Oh man, this ain't really all of right. This is probably worth about 100, 150 or something, you dig? I forgot, man. I bought so much of it was in a package deal. What's going down?
This my Ferrari brother. See that Lamborghini brother right here. You know what I'm saying?
Believe that. Next thing to blow for the dough.
That's right.
Understand? Cheddar forever.
That cheddar forever.
Ain't it, man?
Cheddar.
You ready to do better? You better
get you some cheddar.
Hey, my nigga Double D out here, me, man, with your boy PT. Represent this shit, baby. Cheddar, baby, let's get it. We in Miami kicking it, nigga.
We are not competing, we complete our job.
Yeah, man, family, man. Nigga, hey, I got his back, but you know what it is, man. Like I said, it's 10. You know, I want to have a player circle. I'm a member of the Duffel Bag Boys, you dig? Too much money to spend in my pocket.
See them.
Yeah.
Hold up, you already know what it is, man. We in the motherfucking building with my motherfucking nigga right here. Motherfucking Double D, what's good, baby? How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. In the ozone, doing grown folk shit, right? No favors, once again. The number is 786-317-0686, man. Major shout out to Cheddar. If you're hot, you're hot, and if you're not, you're not, man. If you're hot, call me. You heard the number. If you're not, please don't do that. And you majors, don't call that bullshit.
What you about to get into for the night, Double D? What we getting into for the night?
We popping it on up on down on South Beach, right? Where it's really going down there. MIA, money is a major issue, man. Shouts out to 305, goddammit. From Boston to Austin, from North Carolina to China, selling O's vagina.
And so I appreciate you coming back.
I ain't been nowhere, man.
They need you. The industry needs you, man.
So we here, man. Cheddar Man Cave tuned in, man. Tony,
For
thanks
sure.
for keeping us on Facebook Live, man. Make sure y'all check us out. Make sure y'all cop a long way, man. You know, the best thing, smoking. Next Core DJ, we will be smoking these long ways now, because I know Tony ain't going to kick me out, man. You know what I mean? You don't smoke in the rooms. Whatever you do, do not smoke in the room.
That's all y'all. Get your own credit cards on file. It's all you.
You know what it is. We signing out. Salute.
Cheddar, that original hip hop paparazzi.